Do you own a laser printer, copier, or a fax? Well then, listen close to this announcement. Laser Technologies has been providing high-quality, frustration-free toner cartridges that are guaranteed not to harm your equipment for over 20 years. Laser Technologies will save you on your supplies with high-quality and fast delivery. Savings up to 50%. Laser Technologies supplies toner, imaging drums, developer, and cartridges for most of the major brands. For a price quote, send an email to service@laser-technologies.com. Include your printer make and model for your part number. Call us at 561-792-9600. That's 561-792-9600. Laser Technologies, providing 100% of the quality at a fraction of the price. 561-792-9600.
Hi folks, I'm Roger from Roger's Gotcha Motoring. If you need a local auto repair shop, Roger's Gotcha Motoring will take care of all of your automotive repair needs. If you need something as simple as an oil change or as complex as an engine overhaul, I have the latest in technology and the knowledge to get the job done right. We've been servicing Pinellas County since 1994 and are conveniently located at 3700 5th Avenue North in St. Petersburg, Florida. If you need service, call now at 727-327-1830 or visit my website at www.rogersgotchamotoring.com or like my Facebook page at Rogers Gotcha Motoring for a complete list of all of our services. So come on over to Rogers, that's me, and get your car serviced today. And don't forget to shop and support local business. Call now to book your appointment at 727-327-1830. That's 727-327-1830, or swing on by.
Que Pasa Mexican Cantina is where friends and neighbors come to connect, share, and celebrate one another in a festive, casual atmosphere. Offering rich, robust flavors of authentic Mexican cuisine, we use only the freshest, finest ingredients. We chop and dice, season and blend, and then cook everything we serve to perfection. One thing that makes Mexican food even better is one of our delicious Best of the Bay margaritas. Our signature series of margarita flavors range from our sweet and fruity mango and strawberry to our hot and juicy jalapeno margarita. Having a busy meeting or getting together and looking for Mexican food? Try our Fast Fax form. It's an easy, fast way to order your favorite Mexican food. We have special platters and layouts for any occasion. The form is super easy to fill out, fax, email, or just call it in. Whether it's here in the restaurant, in your home or office, at Que Pasa we celebrate bringing people together. Que Pasa Mexican Cantina, 10478 Roosevelt Boulevard North Street in the Gateway Shopping Center, 727-330-3663 in St. Petersburg.
Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Hey, this is Captain Hook for Statewide Pest Control Services. They've been serving the west coast of Florida since 1987. Statewide does it all. Pest control, termites, lawns, mosquitoes, tent fumigations, etc. This announcement is from their mold division. Since Hurricane Charlie in 2004, all their personnel are certified in mold and moisture control. Their two-step services are guaranteed to get you back in your home quicker and in most cases paid by your insurance company. Give them a call at 877-488-7378. That's Statewide Pest Control Services for all your pest and mold control needs, serving Florida from Pasco to Lee counties. Statewide Pest Control Services, 877-488-7378. 877-488-7378. That's 877-488-7378. You're listening to WDBFradio.com, a tune-in station.
I grab my fishing pole and cast it in the water. I fish until dawn. Oh my, I caught a shark. I'm fishing in Florida when the sun shines all day.
This is Fish Florida with your host, Rascala Stevens and Devin Canhine.
Good morning, everyone. It is a beautiful Sunday morning, and you are listening to the Fish Florida Show with your host, McCollough, and my sidekick, Devin Canhigh. And we are here this morning to provide you with a whole bunch of information about what we love to do here in South Florida, and that is fishing. Good morning, Devin. How are we doing this morning?
We are doing wonderful this morning. It's a beautiful day, beautiful Sunday here in South Florida. Weather's great. When I drove here, boats everywhere. I'm a little jealous. Everybody's going out to fish. The water's great. And it's what we do, what we love to do here in Florida. Fish and enjoy the outdoors and capitalize on it, because December time here, it's not like December time everywhere else. Our weather is beautiful.
We've got, I think it's about 74, 73 degrees outside today. We've got the sun shining. It is one of those days where you're out. It just feels like air conditioning out here in Florida. This is what we live for.
You know, I think I saw some people out there with their jackets and coats on this morning here in South Florida.
Hey, those are real Floridians. When the temperature gets down to 70 and you see these guys wearing sweaters and jackets, you know those are real Floridians out there doing their thing. My goodness. So, Devin, let's hear a little bit about Devin. What do you do, Devin?
So I grew up here in South Florida. I am in real estate, and I love to fish. It's been in my blood since I was little. I started fishing when I was 5, and that's my pastime. I tournament fish in the summertime here in Florida because there's a lot of fishing in South Florida, and that's what we like to do. We just love to fish here. And so in the wintertime, I take my time and I do some hunting in the wintertime.
Yeah, and we will be discussing, I know the name of the show is Fish Florida, but we will be discussing other things that are related to the outdoors, like hunting, and we will have people on that will give us hunting reports, as well as we'll have discussions about hardware that we're going to use when we go hunting, whether that is a bow, whether that is a firearm, what kind of ammunition to use, and that kind of thing. So we will have a lot of information for those of you who enjoy the outdoors. I like what Devin says. Devin says we're going to bring the outdoors to you, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Me, I've been doing radio for going on 5 years now. I do a couple of different shows. If you've been listening to WDBF, you know that I am on Saturdays on the McCollough Stevens Show, and that show is all about providing you with information that can benefit your life. This show is all about providing you information that can help you enjoy fishing, hunting, and the outdoors, whether that is kayaking, whether that is boating, whether it's snorkeling. We'll even talk about snorkeling sometimes. And, of course, we do focus on the fishing itself. So we're going to have a lot of people coming on today, Devin. I have, oh, my goodness, probably about 8 or 9 different people coming on today that are going to tell us about a wide variety of different things. And they're calling from all around the United States. I've got one coming from, one calling from Louisiana. We got one calling from North Carolina. We've got some people calling from the middle part of the state. We've got some people calling from down in the Keys. So we're going to have a wide variety of people that are going to be expressing what they do and sharing with the listeners what is available for them. I spoke with one of them yesterday briefly, and it was very interesting. These are people that come up to your home and will fuel your boat for you. You don't have to take your boat anywhere. They come right out to your house and fuel your boat for you. And we'll have them on in a little while. So have we got what's coming up here with regard to tournaments or anything like that, Devin?
Tournaments coming up. We have, for me, it's not my style of fishing, but we do have sailfish tournaments coming up this month. We have, it's time of year here where the bigger boats do get to go out and the bigger sailfish tournaments happen. We have the annual Sailfish Classic coming up. Right behind that we have Operation Sailfish. And then we also have behind that the Stewart Sailfish Light Tackle Tournament coming up also. So a lot of sailfish tournaments coming up this month.
Wow. And in these tournaments, is this played for money or is this played for trophies or how does that go?
A lot of these big tournaments, the sailfish tournaments are bigger tournaments, and a lot of these tournaments are played for money. It's big money in these tournaments, but for there are smaller sailfish tournaments that you can, if with the single engine boats, you can still compete. A lot of those boats do compete in those tournaments, but with the sailfish, it's during the month of December, as everybody knows here in South Florida, the weather's very unpredictable.
Yeah.
Weather's very unpredictable. We can go one day, we can have flat oceans, to the next day we have 6 to 8 foot seas, small craft advisories. So, when you plan your fishing trips down here, you have to really plan them accordingly to the weather, and you gotta have to plan them the week of.
Mm-hmm. You have to be aware of what's going on. I've been out 20 miles offshore. I've shared this with people many times. I've been off 20 miles offshore, and it's like being in a puddle. And I've been as little as 2 or 3 miles offshore and couldn't wait to get back to the land. It was 5 to 7 foot swells. It was beating the snot out of the boat. It was just tearing us up badly. So yes, you have to be aware of what's going on. The situation can change rather quickly. For those of you who are not aware, I mean, you've seen what happens here in South Florida. The sun can be shining, and before you know it, we've got all pandemonium breaking loose with a thunderstorm and winds kicking up and stuff like that. And that's not too bad when you're here on the land, but you're out there in the water, it's amplified over and over and over again, and it can become quite a dangerous thing. So anyway, we have our first guest will be coming on here in just a few minutes, and they are the people that I spoke about earlier, the Dockside Fuel Service. This is going to be Kyle or Andy. One of the two of them will be calling in shortly. And they're going to be telling us about what they do. They provide a service that goes out to people's residences, and they fuel their boats for them, which I thought was pretty neat. I always wondered how some of these people who constantly have their boats in the water, where do they go to get fuel? Do you know?
You know, a lot of this, you have to hunt for a station around here to get Rec 90 fuel. Rec 90 fuel, guys, that's the fuel that doesn't have any ethanol in it.
Mm-hmm.
Because the ethanol really tears up the lines in the boats.
Yeah.
And that's a wonderful service that you don't have to look for a station. You don't have to plan your trip to find a gas station that actually has the Rec 90 and has the room to accommodate your boat. So these guys are providing a great service coming out to fuel your boat for you. It's one less thing you have to worry about.
I thought about one day I met a gentleman who was very, very, very wealthy, very wealthy. He had a miniature ocean liner, for Pete's sake. This thing was several hundred feet long. It was literally a miniature ocean liner. And I asked him, you can't just pull up to a gas station with this thing. How do you get this done? They have to, believe it or not, they have a map of the different areas that they can fuel in, because they this boat, this ship took $40,000.
It's about a yacht by the time you get to that side.
$40,000 to fill the fuel tanks in this boat. So you can imagine, it's not something you can just drive up to a gas station with, and it's not something you can pull around the corner on a dock and fuel up. They have to have special people, and I would imagine it would be someone like this Dockside service that comes up and fuels their vessel for them. So as we wait for Andy or Kyle to call in, I wanted to mention to you that we will be on every Sunday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. We will have a wide variety of information. Right now we're focusing on fishing because that's the hot thing that's happening, but we will be talking about a wide variety of subjects that are related to the outdoors. Today's show is going to be devoted basically to fishing. As I mentioned earlier, we're going to have people calling in from a wide variety of sources. We have Wanda that's calling in from, I believe it's Louisiana. We have, we have Captain Ron, I believe it is, calling in from North Carolina. We have Captain Butch calling in. I think he's here in Florida, around Orlando, if I'm not mistaken. And several other people that will be sharing with you what's going on, what's happening with regard to their particular area. Devin, have you got any information regarding what's going on out here offshore today?
I sure do. I do have a lot of information what's going on offshore. The offshore fishing right now, bottom fishing is really good. These boat captains that I do know do love this time of year to bottom fish, because we're kingfish, dolphin, and wahoo fishers, and sailfish is not really the hot button fish we like to fish for. The bite that's going on right now, the yellowtail bite the yellowtail snapper bite is still really good. You're still getting some grouper in between here and there, and a few mutton snapper here and there, but the yellowtail bite is really, really heating up right now.
The yellowtail is, I may be mistaken, so you correct me if I am, but I remember from the days of yellowtail fishing, you can't just drop your line down to catch these little guys. You have to be, it has to be a certain way. And what I remember was that the line had to be very, very light. It had to be little to no weight on the line. And when you drop it down, it has to kind of float down all on its own. Is that what you're running into still?
That's about right when you bottom fish for snapper, absolutely. But we are on the full moon right now, and don't rule out the wahoo bite. The wahoo bite on the full moon does heat up. I talk to you guys a little later about the tactics, how we like to wahoo fish.
Wow. Wahoo is, well, I'll tell you what, if you don't have the right kind of hardware for wahoo, it can tear it up quick, can it?
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, if you hook onto a Wahoo and you don't have the right gear, or you don't have the right setup out to Wahoo fish, and you end up hooking up onto a Wahoo, you have to have a skilled group of people out there.
Amazing. So we should be talking to Kyle or Andy here in just a moment. I wanted to share something that's it's kind of funny. It's funny now. It wasn't funny when it happened. We were out fishing one day. We were probably 4 or 5 miles offshore, dolphin fishing. We had found a weed line, and we were working the weed line and had caught a couple of dolphins. And working the school of dolphin, one of the guys had an a small open bail caster, bringing in these. They're not much bigger than a peanut dolphin, about 7 pounds. Caught a Wahoo. This thing stripped his reel. Within a matter of seconds, we had a perfectly good working reel that just went to you-know-what, completely out. Anyway, so that was it was kind of depressing at the time, but it's rather funny at this point because we watched an entire rig just literally tear up in front of us by catching one of these fish. So we're waiting for Kyle or Andy to call in. They should be with us in just a moment, and they'll be discussing their services that they have to offer. And we are also want to let you know that you can download the app, and the app is free. It's the Fish Florida app, and you can go to any of the app stores and you can find the Fish Florida app. Download the app. It's free, and we have over 15,000 people that have downloaded this app, and it is, I think, a versatile tool for anyone who's going to be doing outdoor business. So I hear that Kyle is on the line. Kyle, good morning and welcome to the Fish Florida Show.
Good morning. Thank you for having me on.
Well, thank you for joining us this morning. You have Devin is here with me as well, and we wanted to take a minute or two and just have you explain what it is that you do.
Sure. Good morning, Devin. Yeah, my name is Kyle Sikora. We have a fuel delivery service in the Keys. And we deliver fuel from boaters from Key Largo to Key West. A lot of them are fishermen or pleasure boaters, and a fair amount of them are actually people who come down from Palm Beach area. The business has changed quite a bit since the storm, but things are, people are getting out and fishing again finally, which is nice to see.
I do have some friends that live down there. How'd you guys hold up with the storm, Kyle?
We did fine. We're a mobile service, so our trucks we got our trucks out of there, and then we were really some of the first.
So tell us a little bit about what you do. How do you guys get the fuel there? And what is it, is there a minimum purchase you have to make for the fuel for you guys to bring it out?
Yeah, so we have 50-gallon minimum, and we go all the way to Key West. We're not down there every single day. But the more notice people give us, the better. We prefer 24 hours in advance, but a lot of times we can fit people in the same day. Just depends where our trucks are running and, if we can fit you in or not.
24 hours is not too bad to give you advance that, hey, we're going out fishing.
No, definitely not. My favorite is when somebody calls and they forgot and they say, oh, yeah, we need you here in 20 minutes. Well, we'll do our best, but I'm not so sure we can make something like that happen.
Don't hold your breath, right?
Yeah, absolutely not.
Sometimes it could happen if you guys are in the neighborhood.
It could happen. It definitely does happen. But, you can't count on it. Try to plan in advance for fuel. What we've actually noticed is a lot of the marinas down there, they've flooded, so a lot of the marinas don't have gas, or they had to get their tanks pumped totally clean. Mm. So actually finding gas is, had you planned on going to a certain marina when you go down there, you better make sure that they have gas for you.
Wow.
Because they may or may not be open.
So have you seen an increase in number of calls since the storm, since these marinas don't have fuel right now? And so I know some of those tanks have flooded out down there with that storm.
Yeah, we definitely have. We definitely have increased. So a lot of people have told us that they use X marina and they can't use them right now because they're not open. Just something to be aware of for people coming down there.
Yeah, I do have some friends that live down there too, and their boat took some damage, but they're back on the water again. And no, it's a great service. You guys, like I said, you don't have to plan your day around it. You don't have to make sure you have enough fuel to make it to the marina. Just call you guys up and Dockside Fuel Service, and you guys come out 24 hours notice, not a bad time, and then you guys just come out and fuel their boat up for them.
And you can reach them at area code 305-923-6509. down to the last couple of seconds. Kyle, anything you want to share with us before we go to the break? I got a couple of seconds for you.
I just think that people should come down. The upper keys and Key West are really back to normal. The middle keys and lower keys, they're coming along pretty quick. I was down there the other day, and it's coming along faster than people expect.
Well, thank you, Kyle. I appreciate you calling in this morning. We'll be looking to hearing from you in the future as well. I would like you to come back and tell us a little bit about what's going on. You're listening to the Fish Florida Show with McCollough and Devin. We have to take a quick break. Don't go away. We will be right back. Thank you for listening.
Fish Florida. Fishing Florida. Fish Florida. Fishing Florida.
Do you own a laser printer, copier, or a fax? Well then, listen close to this announcement. Laser Technologies has been providing high-quality, frustration-free toner cartridges that are guaranteed not to harm your equipment for over 20 years. Laser Technologies will save you on your supplies with high-quality and fast delivery. Savings up to 50%. Laser Technologies supplies toner, imaging drums, developer, and cartridges for most of the major brands. For a price quote, send an email to service@laser-technologies.com. Include your printer make and model for your part number. Call us at 561-792-9600. That's 561-792-9600. Laser Technologies, providing 100% of the quality at a fraction of the price. 561-792-9600.
When selling your luxury home, you need someone who understands your expectations, someone familiar with the industry, who can sell your home faster and get you the best price, someone who can provide you with a full-service brokerage firm. That someone is Devin Canhigh with Exit Realty. Devin is a veteran who has grown up in South Florida and spent his life in Palm Beach County. With Devin's marketing strategy and his network of contacts, you will be pleased at how quickly, smoothly, and easily your home can be sold. Not sure what your home should sell for? With Devin on your side, you will receive a free evaluation. Call Devin today at 561-281-9138. He's ready to serve your needs and expectations. That's 561-281-9138. Devin Canhigh with Exit Realty, 561-281-9138.
Hi folks, I'm Roger from Roger's Got Your Motoring. If you need a local auto repair shop, Roger's Got Your Motoring will take care of all of your automotive repair needs. If you need something as simple as an oil change or as complex as an engine overhaul, I have the latest in technology and the knowledge to get the job done right. We've been servicing Pinellas County since 1994 and are conveniently located at 3700 5th Avenue North in St. Petersburg, Florida. If you need service, call now at 727-327-1830 or visit my website at www.rogersgotchamotoring.com or like my Facebook page at Rogers Got Your Motoring for a complete list of all of our services. So come on over to Rogers, that's me, and get your car service today. And don't forget to shop and support local business. Call now to book your appointment at 727-327-1830. That's 727-327-1830, or swing on by.
I grab my fishing pole and cast it in the water. I fish until dawn. Oh my, I caught a shark. I'm fishing in Florida when the sun shines all day. They call me a grouper. So I'm fishing in Florida. Oh yeah, fishing in Florida. Oh yeah, I'm fishing in Florida. Oh yeah.
This is Fish Florida with your hosts Rascala Stevens and Devin Canhigh.
All right, we are back. I want to thank you for taking the time to listen in and allowing us to share with you all this information that we have, information from all around. And it is an effort to help you enjoy your outdoor experience. And, of course, today's show is going to be focusing on fishing. And my name is Rascala, and I have my sidekick with me, Devin. And Devin has grown up in Palm Beach County. I have spent the last, about 25 years here in Palm Beach County, and the majority of my life here in Florida. I spent quite a bit of it down in South Florida. And this morning, we are going to be talking with another individual that is calling in from Orlando, and they represent the Coastal Angler magazine. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but Coastal Angler has a wide variety of information. Have you looked at the Coastal Angler, Devin?
I sure have. I've seen the Coastal Angler. We carry it at our tackle shop. That's another one of my jobs I work with there. And it's a really informative magazine.
Yeah, it's got a lot of information in there, and we should be hearing from them in just a minute. One of the things I wanted to mention while I'm thinking about it at this point is that in the future, in our shows that are coming up, we are going to be having a variety of different sponsors. If you are someone who is in the fishing industry and you would like us to help you expand your business and reach other people and expose you to the listening audience, please feel free to give me a call, or you can reach me at at riscalastevens.com. Send me an email and let me know what you've got, and we'll discuss it and see if we can help you out. All of the business deals that I do is a benefit. That means it has to benefit you, and it has to benefit us, and it has to benefit the listener as well. This is a situation where I believe that if everybody benefits, everybody will be happy. If everybody's happy, everybody's going to stick around, and the show will continue on. So as we wait for Phil to call in this morning, Devin, anything else going on out there? Have you heard anything about the seas today? Where are they at?
The seas look really good today, and like I said, we're on that full moon, and I want to talk about the wahoo bite out there that we had today.
Yeah. Well, while we're waiting for Phil, let's take a minute and talk about the wahoo.
So the wahoo bite, we played around the full moons we've seen as a better time for those fish to bite, and there's a lot of tactics and tips and tricks you can use for those. Talking about setting up your spread when you do hook up, and also on top of that is when to fish for them, when to fish for those fish. We like to fish on our team. We fish the major and minor tide changes, the high and the low tide. That's when the tide is highest coming in and when it's the lowest going out. It's called the major and minor tide.
So are you fishing while it's actually moving, or are you waiting for it to?
No, I'm fishing while the tide's moving.
Okay.
And wahoo, what they are pelagic species, and they will feed on those fish coming in and out of the inlets. That's why we fish those major and minor tide changes. And there's a lot of tactics you can use for them. And one of those things is, you high speed troll and you change up your spread. But like I said, it's other stuff we can talk about later on in the show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know that you have to have, I mentioned earlier, you have to have special stuff when you're dealing with these fish, these wahoo. Anyway, I believe we have Phil on the line with us. Phil Wolf, welcome to the Fish Florida Show with Riscallah and Devin. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
We are doing well, my friend. Take a couple of seconds and tell us a little bit about the Coastal Angler magazine.
Well, Coastal Angler magazine is actually the largest outdoor free publication in America, currently publishing over 35 different outlets throughout the coast, starting all the way up in New York, blanketing the coast, all the way in to the Gulf Coast, and ending in Texas. We also have a sister magazine called The Angler for our freshwater interior markets, which run in Carolinas, the coast, inside of Georgia, up through the Great Lake regions and Ohio. So currently we're publishing over 350,000 magazines monthly,
wow,
which is about 2.5 or 3 times what our competitors are. So
wow.
You can go on to coastalanglermag.com and read all of our magazines as an e-magazine, and currently we publish about 350 real-time reports that are done every monthly. So you can, check out an area that you may be going to, look at the reports, and go and duplicate what those guys are doing and catch fish, hopefully, in those areas.
So can you tell us a little bit about what's going on in your area up there right now? I think you're in the Orlando area, right?
Yes, I own Greater Orlando, which is the 4 counties of Orange, Lake, Osceola, and Seminole County. So our footprint's pretty vast here We have about 300 square miles. So, our market's diverse because I have the coast on both sides within an hour, and then our freshwater market, is second to none in the nation, including the St. Johns River system, the Kissimmee River, and Okeechobee Waterway is in my marketplace. The bass fishing is currently a little bit of a lull, but getting ready to pick up. As soon as we get a little cold snap or whatnot, it's going to start pushing these bass up towards the beds. And
any
they're all
word, Phil,
staging
on what's
right
happening
now.
saltwater-wise? What's hitting out there saltwater?
Yeah, both coasts are going off right now. The redfish are on the east coast, coming in the inlets from Sebastian all the way up through Ponce. The big females come in to breed every year. They've been catching those. The mullet run just kind of got over. We've had a little bit of warmer season like we've had the last couple of years, so it really, I think, drives these fish crazy because they're not in their normal places. Typically, they haven't moved way back in the creeks yet. The snook on both coasts have not really moved back into the river systems, the creeks, because the water's still warm.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Well, I want to thank you, Phil, for calling in. Very briefly, why would somebody want to pick up a Coastal Angler magazine? What advantage is that going to give them?
Well, a lot of things are nice. You can find them in just about any ma and pa little store or restaurants that you may visit, any fishy smelling place, marinas, boat manufacturers, things like that. They're a free magazine. Plus, we're a monthly magazine, not a bi-monthly. And all our reports and our destination stories are real time. So you're not going to read a story about something that happened 3 months ago or something that's going to happen 3 months in the future. You can read stories and forecasts from, like I say, over 350 captains that are local in those areas, wherever they are. So what happens is the very center of the magazine changes in each one of those locations, which would be the local marketplace. Our regional for the state of Florida is 19 different magazines and over 190,000 copies, including the Bahamas. We also have another international is down in Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands. So,
well, Phil, I want to thank you for calling in this morning and taking the time to let us know about the Coastal Angler magazine. They are available online, coastalanglermagazine.com. And, Phil, thank you again. I appreciate it. And we'll be looking forward to hearing from you again, my friend.
All right, guys. Well, happy to be on the show this morning and glad to call in. And you guys have a great day. We're going to go out boating here in a little while.
Hey, catch him up, tight lines, Phil. Catch him up, Phil, tight lines.
Thank you, guys. You have a great day.
See ya. Thank you. Appreciate it. And that was Phil Wolf. He's with the Coastal Angler magazine, a magazine loaded with information. You can pick them up at a wide variety of places. You can go online and pick it up.
You can go online and pick it up. Let me tell you a little bit about Coastal Angler magazine, my experience with them. Any local tackle shop down here you go into will carry the Coastal Angler magazine. And the one lovely thing about it is they're free. You don't have to pay for it. You don't have to sign up for a subscription. Every month you can go into your tackle shop and you go buy your gear in your local tackle store, and you can grab a Coastal Angler magazine.
And it has a flood of information in there. It's just all kinds of information in there. Anything from hardware, hooks, to boat manufacturers, to what is a fishing report, loaded with information that is free. It's just like the app that we have, loaded with information, and it's free for you to utilize, a vital tool for those of you who are out there in the outdoors wanting to enjoy, whether that might be fishing or boating, kayaking, snorkeling, hunting, whatever that might be. The Fish Florida app will allow you in one app to have, oh my goodness, how many things are on that Fish Florida app? My gosh.
Honestly, it's a one-stop shop for Scala. Fish Florida mobile app has all your resources to FWC. If you're coming down here to visit Florida, it will link you right to the FWC site so you can sign up and get your
fishing license. I thought it was great. Yeah. You know what
absolutely.
I thought what I love is, I call it the fish date, the fish dating site. The guys that have, they're looking for people to fish with. Fishing partners.
Fishwithme.com.
Yeah, fishwithme.com. They are on the Fish Florida app. You want to go fishing, you don't have a boat. There are people who have boats that are looking for people like you. And if you go on the app and you utilize the app, you will be able to hook up. Hey, how do you like that? Hook up. You'll be able to hook up with these people, and you'll have somebody you can go fishing with.
Rascal and the thing about the Fish Florida mobile app is what I really love about it is you guys are tired of hunting for website after website after link and having 10 apps. The Fish Florida app is a one-stop shop. It has all your resources, all you need in one app.
We have weather reports. We have fishing reports. We have, I believe the tide is even in there, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
The tide is in there. We have, oh my goodness, we have people that manufacture accessories for boats. We have people that manufacture, which we'll have a couple of them on this morning, as a matter of fact. We have people that manufacture clothing, clothing made specifically for fishing. We have people that manufacture jewelry that is centered all around nautical fishing, nautical jewelry. She'll be with us this morning as well. As we get a little closer to this break, we're going to take a break at 8:40, but we're going to take a few minutes to discuss what is going on right now with the local area. You wanted a couple of minutes to discuss about the Wahoo. Let's take a couple of minutes and discuss Wahoo.
So the local area, like I said, it's a full moon. It's a great time to fish either the backside or the full moon or the coming up of the full moon. We're on the full moon date, so during this week it'll be a great time to Wahoo fishing right on the backside of the full moon. So when you're going out there Wahoo fishing, as I mentioned before, you fish the major and minor tides. On top of that, you have to fish a wide variety of a spread when you put out your spread. And what I'm saying when I say spread is the number of lines you put out and, of course, is the type of reels you put out. Because we're fishing down here, the Wahoo's not like the Bahamas that you need the 80 wides. That's the bigger reels, and that'll strip your line. We fish about the 50 wides are enough for us here. You can, there's still a lot of tactics that you can do if you do get one of those bigger fish on. But setting up your spread, always have a variety out there. My favorite colors to fish, I like to fish first thing in the morning. I like to fish darker colors. I like to fish my purples, all black, black and purple, black and red. And then coming in, if the major and minor tide are changing and it's during the daytime inside, I'll switch to lighter colors. I'll fish my blue and whites. I'll fish my pink and whites. I'll even throw, when I'm out there, I'll throw a Yuzuri Bonita. It's one of the lures that we use, and I'll fish anything from an orange to a red on that. It really depends.
You know, you mentioned it's a full moon. One of my favorite times to go fishing is on the full moon at night. To be out there at night. It is an amazing feeling to be out there on the ocean at night, and especially when it's calm, and to be fishing with only the light of the moon. Any idea what's hitting at night?
At nighttime, I haven't seen much reports of the nighttime. Everybody that I know go out fishing first thing in the morning.
The day. Yeah, most of the people do enjoy the day. I'd say probably well over 90% of the people do. It's a daytime thing.
Unless you're sword fishing, that's a nighttime thing. But it's not the time of year to nighttime sword fish right now because the seas are just too unpredictable to be out there.
Wow. As we get a little closer to the new year, now we have some things that are coming up in the new year as well, right?
We sure do. We have some stuff that's coming up in the new year.
And how does somebody find out about all this stuff?
Download the Fish Florida mobile app.
There you go. The Fish Florida app is free. It is available at any of the major stores, whether that is the Google Play Store or the Apple Store. It is a free application you can download. We have over 15,000 people that are utilizing this tool to help them enjoy the outdoors, whether that might be fishing or hunting or anything related to them. So be one of those people. Download the app. It is absolutely free. You will get all kinds of information in the palm of your hand. You'll have, my goodness, anything from weather reports to fishing reports to being able to, you can actually shop online with this thing.
Absolutely. You can even find places where to get your boat painted on this place.
Wow. Yeah, and again, I go back to the fish date thing. I like that idea. I have a fishing rod and I don't have a boat and I really want to go out in a boat. And find somebody who's got a boat who needs someone to utilize that time with them and give you a ride out there, maybe share some of the expenses. But you get to go fishing on a private boat with someone, and the odds of you catching something that you really want go way up versus fishing right off of the shore itself. Today, we will be let's see, today is the 3rd, right? Oh my goodness, we're already in the 3rd.
Where did this year go?
3rd day of December. Lord have mercy. And it's not going to be much longer before we're looking at the fat man in the red suit coming down the chimney and hoeing everybody. So be prepared. If you are one of those people that enjoys the outdoors, right now would be the time to start preparing and enjoying some of the people that we're going to be introducing to you, the services that they have, the products that they have. They will have a wide variety of things that you could choose from and make somebody a really nice Christmas present. Who knows? Anyway, we are up against a break. You are listening to the Fish Florida Show with McCollough and Devin, and we're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back. Don't go away.
Battles aren't won solely on the field. That's a common misconception. Battles are won within, over enemies of fear, enemies of doubt. In that place where promises are kept. Promises to oneself.
This is a physical training event.
Promises to one's community.
Helping people move debris out of their house.
Promises to one's country. In the heart of every Marine, you'll find a promise. A promise forever kept. A promise of battles won.
You've seen how recent hurricanes have devastated whole communities, flooding and destroying homes. Join Habitat for Humanity as we work with families to repair and rebuild. You can help someone desperately in need of a place to call home. We will rebuild, but only with your help. Visit Habitat.org to support Habitat's work.
Hello, I'm Hector Elizondo, and I want to talk to you about getting older. My body hurts, my joints ache, and sometimes I forget. I forget that doing all your own scenes for a movie isn't always the best decision, especially when you're galloping high speed on a horse named Archibello. So yes, my body hurts, but it's not because of my age. It's because I'm living my life.
Don't let life pass you by. Take care of your brain health. It may just help you stay on top of your game.
Oh, Archibello!
Learn more at brainhealth.gov.
Hey y'all, Cedric the Entertainer here with Niecy Nash, taking a break from shooting The Soul Man to introduce you to Patience.
Hi.
Patience is a patient at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital.
Families never receive a bill from St. Jude for anything because all a family should worry about is helping their child live.
St. Jude won't give up until they end childhood cancer, sickle cell, and other deadly diseases.
Because of you, there is St. Jude.
Learn more at stjude.org.
My vehicle was sent 6 feet in the air in a ball of fire. I thought I was going to die.
It ripped my arm off. It broke my right femur.
I took such a hard blow to the head that my retina was torn apart.
Say a prayer for peace.
I'm Trace Atkins. I want to tell you about these true American heroes and how you can show your thanks by helping them through Wounded Warrior Project.
They've reached out to us as a family, and they never forgot about us.
The job of helping thousands of our wounded warriors rebuild their lives is massive and growing every day. That's why your gift of just $19 a month is so important. Many of these service members suffer traumatic brain injury and post-traumatic stress disorder.
They helped me basically put my life back together.
If it wasn't for Wounded Warrior Project, I would be a statistic right now. I would have been one of those soldiers who came home and committed suicide.
I'm in the fields of Vietnam, the mountains of Afghanistan.
Your gift today of $19 a month can help us provide the programs and services desperately needed by our wounded service members. Call or go online with a pledge and you'll receive this Wounded Warrior Project blanket. Make that call now.
Say a prayer for peace.
I grab my fishing pole
This is Fish Florida with your hosts Rascala Stevens and Devin Canhine.
Okay, we are back, and it is truly an honor and a privilege to be with you. And hopefully you are getting a lot of information from us today that is useful, that you can use to enjoy your outdoor experience. And with me today is my sidekick, my co-host, Devin Canhine. And we are here to hopefully give you some information that will help you in the process of you enjoying the outdoors. Beautiful day, no reason not to be out there doing your thing, whatever that might be, whether it's fishing, snorkeling, boating, even hunting. Is there hunting going on right now?
There is hunting going on right now. Yep.
There is? I don't hear much about that, so whatever that might be, we hope that you're out there and going to enjoy what we have to offer here in South Florida, and that is right now, this time of year, my goodness, it's like air conditioning out there. You really, what we live in South Florida for is what is happening right now. We were talking a little bit about wahoo, and I wanted to ask you, when you're fishing wahoo here off of Florida, and you had mentioned a little bit about the hardware, what are we talking about with regards to the kind of line? What kind of line should we be using for something like that?
You know, I set my rods up. I back everything with braid. That means braid's it's a way thinner line, and you can get more capacity on there. And then on top of it, I have mono, because you need the mono for the stretch when those fish pull, and when they do their head shakes. Mono has give and mono has stretch. And then you're talking about another 50 foot of shock leader, and then your lure. So it's a lot of line in the water, a lot of gear in the water.
50, did you say 50?
50, yes, 50 feet.
50 feet?
50 feet of shock leader, yes.
Oh, explain shock leader. I don't understand.
It's a 100-pound test leader. It's more for the abrasion and when you're and when you're hand lining the fish into the boat. But it's like I said, it's a full setup, and if it's something that you don't know how to do, there are people out there that do know how to wahoo fish and will go, and that's one of the places you can link up with them is you can download the Fish Florida mobile app, and you can get onto the Fish With Me right through the Fish Florida mobile app and find somebody to go wahoo fish with.
Wow. I was surprised that you said 50 feet. You know, I thought, well, maybe 5 feet, 6 feet.
50 feet.
My goodness. Okay, well, we're going to welcome Captain Ron Weintraub. Captain Ron is out of the North Carolina area, and he has a very, very unique product that I totally 100% support because it's all natural. Captain Ron, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Hot dog. Welcome to the Fish Florida Show, Captain Ron. Tell us a little bit about what the product that you have is.
Well, it's kind of a funny story. We have my wife and I started this no DEET insect repellent in our garage with a 1-ounce hand pump. And I drove about 68,000 miles in 8 months convincing people that something with no DEET in it would actually repel no-see-ums, mosquitoes, biting flies, and whatever. And that was a tough job, but I did it. And now we sell to the military. One of the generals from Parris Island, South Carolina, the training station, said that Skeeter beetle was tough as any Marine on the planet. So that was a good endorsement.
All right. So if you didn't hear Captain Ron, the name of this product is called Skeeter Beater, Skeeter Beater. And what it is a bug repellent, an all natural, and this is a very important thing, no DEET, DEET is a known neurotoxin. For some people, this could literally change your life for the worse, for the rest of your life, if you have this stuff entered to your system. DEET is a known neurotoxin. It's a poison. Captain Ron has come up with a formulation that is all natural, hypoallergenic, safe for children. Is that correct, Captain Ron?
Yes, sir. We went to Duke University and talked with the doctor, and the doctor informed us that if you put DEET on children under the age of 12, it can cause brain damage, paralysis, and blindness. And here's another thing that we've came up with in the last few weeks. We now have Sun Beater, which is formulated by a doctor for surfers. And what it is, it's the same formula that the astronauts use with NASA. We have teamed up with them. Now we have a bug repellent and a sun repellent, sunscreen that can actually be, you can go into the water with it and it will actually stay on and still work repelling the bugs.
And what is the name of that product, Captain Ron?
That product is called Sunbeater. Sunbeater. It's doctor formulated. It's Sunbeater. It's going to be, the guy that's manufacturing from us said there's nothing like it in the world. There's not a sunscreen bug repellent in the entire world that actually does what ours will do. And we can guarantee that it works.
Well, I totally 100% support you because I'm somebody who's very aware of the toxicity of our environment. We are just inundated with toxins all around us. And anything that we can do to reduce that works in our favor. And when someone has a product that is like a product like yours, that is all natural, that doesn't have toxins in it, this is very important to me because we are so surrounded by these horrible things that are all over the place, whether it's in the air that we breathe or the actual environment that we're in. The pollution that we are suffering today is greater than any other time I've ever witnessed in my life. And when you can put something on your skin and know that what you're putting on is not going to have a detrimental effect, it's safe for children, for Pete's sake, then you know, and it works. This is you can have a lot of things and make a lot of claims, but when you have something like this that works, that says a lot. Captain Ron, I appreciate you sharing with us. Anything that you would like to say before we let you go?
Captain Ron,
I'd like to give the guy that was just on there before that was talking about wahoo fishing.
That's
we do
me.
the same thing here in North Carolina, except we use 60 feet a leader.
60.
Oh, you guys got me by 10 feet, huh?
Yeah, well, the thing is, we use a wireline rod and use a planer, and then we put 60 feet of mono, the 100-pound mono, and then we put a double-ended swivel. A double-ended snap swivel. And the reason we do that is because behind that snap swivel, we have another 18 feet of, your rig with your bait on it, with your rig ballyhoo. And I actually spoke with a gentleman that's very well respected in the fishing industry. I won't mention his name because, but anyway, I told him what we did. He said, your hookup ratio must be phenomenal. I said, sometimes we average at least 16 to 18 wahoos a trip.
You guys are getting the migration up there with you, and yeah, it's about the same thing for us, other than the 10-foot difference with the shock leader. The setups are about the same across the board when we wahoo fish down here.
Wow.
How's the fishing going on up there?
The reason we put those double-ended swivels on there is once you we use wire the other 18 feet with our bait on it. So when you get the wahoo to the boat, you can actually sling him into the box, unsnap that swivel, and snap a new leader right back, a new wire leader, and let it go right back out. That's why our ratio is so high.
Wow.
We don't have to re-rig the bait. We just put on a fresh bait, throw the other one in the fish box. When the fish calms down, we'll take the hook out, re-rig it, and get it ready for the next bait. I'll tell you what, we are catching up here now. My friend's got a charter boat, the Bluefin, out of Teachers Lair in Hatteras, North Carolina. They've been out slinging mackerels, catching blackfin tunas. We're still getting wahoo. We're still getting 50 to 70-pound class yellowfin tuna. We're still getting gaffer dolphin, believe it, here in December. We're still getting big sea mullet, bluefish, and the fishing here has been the best it's been in 10 years. It's been an uncanny year. I mean, it's been, and if anybody wants to go fishing, just please, you can call me or go onto my website and send me a message. My website is www.obxskeeterbeater.com.
Or just look up Skeeter Beater. Captain Ron, I am out of time. I want to thank you, sir. I appreciate you sharing with us and taking the time to come and let the listeners know what's going on. And I will be looking forward to hearing from you again, my friend.
Yes, sir. I look forward to talking with you, and you've given out some great information and a lot of good tips and a lot of good things, and very much success to all of y'all. And everybody have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Well,
Same
God
to
bless
you,
you,
Captain
sir.
Ron.
Thank you, Captain Ron. Wish you a wonderful weekend, my friend.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
Thank you, sir. And there goes Captain Ron, another one from the North Carolina area. We have with us on the line now Captain Butch Finnegan. Captain Butch, are you there?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
There he is. How are you, my friend?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Good. How about yourself?
We're doing pretty good. You have Riscala and Devin on the line with you as well, and I think that you are out of the Central Florida area, Captain Butch?
Correct. We're based out of Sebastian, Florida, but I do the Central Florida area as well.
And what does Captain Butch do?
Captain Butch I do inshore, offshore fishing, and then also do gator hunts. People that acquire tags and don't have a way to go, I'll take them, or I'll use my tags and sell the charters on the river. I do the St. Johns River mostly, Lake Poinsett, Lake Washington, all in the Cocoa Brevard area. And of course, if you have your own tags, I'll pretty much go wherever your tags are. And then I'm heavily involved with the Anglers for Conservation. Board member of the main chapter out of Satellite Beach, and then I'm also a member of the Orlando chapter, and also a member of the Florida Outdoor Writers Association.
Captain Butch, tell them where they can find you if they want to book a charter.
Say that again.
Tell them where they can find you if they want to book a charter with you.
You can reach me at my cell phone number, 321-689-3500, or I'm also on headforextremefishing.com.
That is HEAD, the number 4.
Number 4
with X.
XTREME, yes.
Yep. Fishing.
XTREME fishing.com.
Yep. So, anything else that's going on up there where you're at?
The bite out of Canaveral right now is very good. We got a lot of triple tail here right now. December's a really good month for triple tail. Unfortunately, there hadn't been a lot of cobia with them this year, and then the kingfish bite has been really good on both reefs, 8A Reef and Pelican. I haven't heard much going on the troll. Of course, everybody's anxious about next weekend for the reopening of the snapper that we got blown off 2 weeks ago. But it's looking like the weather's not going to cooperate coming up this week. We got a pretty good cold front coming in. So it's going to be interesting whether the people can get out and collect that data that FWC is looking for.
Yep, it's the name of the game with the
snapper carcasses.
Play that weather. It seems like during the weekdays when everybody has to work, the weather's okay, and then coming into the weekends, that's when it turns bad, it turns south.
Yeah. This time of year, normally December we get the northeast blow or north blow, and have to deal with it. 1 week the weather's really cooperative, and next weekend it's turns south. But I haven't heard how strong it's going to be. They're saying some rain coming with it, and then dropping down into the the low 50s in Central Florida. But you should turn the fish on anyway. But most people won't be able to get out.
That's going to get it.
Captain Butch, how's the redfish bite going on up there?
The redfish bite's been really good. Unfortunately, the lagoon is still reeling from Irma, the dirty water. But it has normally this time of the year it's gin clear water, but we're still dealing with a little bit of the runoff. Of course, the coast has really gotten hit with a lot of rain over the last couple of weeks, close to the shore. So it's still a little dirty. The black drum are up on the flats. The redfish are good, and this time of year they're starting to kind of school up. The big females, the males. Trout bite's been really good in the morning in the shallows. The fish are sitting on the sand spots on real good top water bite. And then they're moving off to the little bit deeper water once the sun gets up.
Wow.
Because we're still in the 80s. We're still in the 80s here in Central Florida in the lagoon.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy. Well, we're up against the break, Captain Butch. I'm up against a break on the hour here. We're going to be listening to Fox News shortly. I want to thank you for taking the time to call in, and I do look forward to you calling in again and giving us more information as time goes on. I wish you a wonderful day. If you want to reach Captain Bush, it's 321-689-3500. That's Captain Bush with head4extremefishing.com. You're listening to the Fish Florida Show with McCollough and Devin. We will be right back. Don't go away.
Do you own a laser printer, copier, or a fax? Well then, listen close to this announcement. Laser Technologies has been providing high-quality, frustration-free toner cartridges that are guaranteed not to harm your equipment for over 20 years. Laser Technologies will save you on your supplies with high-quality and fast delivery. Savings up to 50%. Laser Technologies supplies toner, imaging drums, developer and cartridges for most of the major brands. For a price quote, send an email to service@laser-technologies.com. Include your printer make and model for your part number. Call us at 561-792-9600. That's 561-792-9600. Laser Technologies, providing 100% of the quality at a fraction of the price. 561-792-9600.
Hi folks, I'm Roger from Roger's Gotcha Motoring. If you need a local auto repair shop, Roger's Gotcha Motoring will take care of all of your automotive repair needs. If you need something as simple as an oil change or as complex as an engine overhaul, I have the latest in technology and the knowledge to get the job done right. We've been servicing Pinellas County since 1994 and are conveniently located at 3700 5th Avenue North in St. Petersburg, Florida. If you need service, call now at 727-327-1830 or visit my website at www.rogersgotchamotoring.com or like my Facebook page at Rogers Gotcha Motoring for a complete list of all of our services. So come on over to Rogers, that's me, and get your car service today. And don't forget to shop and support local business. Call now to book your appointment at 727-327-1830. That's 727-327-1830, or swing on by.
K-Pasa Mexican Cantina is where friends and neighbors come to connect, share, and celebrate one another in a festive, casual atmosphere. Offering rich, robust flavors of authentic Mexican cuisine, we use only the freshest, finest ingredients. We chop and dice, season and blend, and then cook everything we serve to perfection. One thing that makes Mexican food even better is one of our delicious Best of the Bay margaritas. Our signature series of margarita flavors range from our sweet and fruity mango and strawberry to our hot and juicy jalapeno margarita. Having a busy meeting or getting together and looking for Mexican food? Try our Fast Fax form. It's an easy, fast way to order your favorite Mexican food. We have special platters and layouts for any occasion. The form is super easy to fill out, fax, email, or just call it in. Whether it's here in the restaurant, in your home or office, at K-Pasa we celebrate bringing people together. K-Pasa Mexican Cantina, 10478 Roosevelt Boulevard North Street in the Gateway Shopping Center, 727-330-3663 in St. Petersburg.
Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Hey, this is Captain Hook for Statewide Pest Control Services. They've been serving the west coast of Florida since 1987. Statewide does it all. Pest control, termites, lawns, mosquitoes, tent fumigations, etc. This announcement is from their mold division. Since Hurricane Charlie in 2004, all their personnel are certified in mold and moisture control. Their two-step services are guaranteed to get you back in your home quicker and in most cases paid by your insurance company. Give them a call at 877-488-7378. That's Statewide Pest Control Services for all your pest and mold control needs, serving Florida from Pasco to Lee counties. Statewide Pest Control Services, 877-488-7378. 877-488-7378. That's 877-488-7378. You're listening to WDBFradio.com, a tune-in station.
This is Fish Florida with your hosts Rascala Stevens and Devin Canhine.
Okay, we are back. You are listening to the Fish Florida Show with Rascala and Devin. And if you are just tuning in, this is our pilot show. This is the first time we have been on. And this is going to happen every Sunday from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. We are here to provide you with information that is going to help you enjoy your outdoor experience. And with me this morning, of course, is Devin, my sidekick. Devin, welcome to the Fish Florida Show. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you coming on and helping me and being my co-host. It is truly an honor to have Devin with me. He has a wide variety of information regarding a wide variety of topics that all surround the fishing industry.
Absolutely. It's great to be here. Great to be on the show. And you know, growing up in South Florida, that's what we do here. We love to fish.
It's what we live here for. And you know, today with the weather the way that it is today, this is, oh my goodness, it's like still in the mid 70s outside. It's like air conditioning out there. So I have the next person coming up is Mike Manus. And Mike has a unique product. And the name of his product, I like the name of the product. The name of his product is the Rod Steward. Not Rod Stewart, but Rod Steward. And he's going to tell us a little bit about that. Mike, good morning and welcome to the Fish Florida Show with Rascala and Devin.
Good morning. Thank you for having me this morning.
So tell us a little bit about what you do.
What we do here in Greenville, South Carolina is we manufacture utility rod and reel storage units that we also use for display. We sell to corporate America, which they use for displaying the rod and reels in their sales. This unit is a lightweight unit. It's simple. It's made out of open cell polyurethane, dark charcoal foam. We have 3 different foams we use. This is the best one we use, and it's a block of foam that is augured, and all you do is literally just place the butt of the reels inside the holes, and it stores your rods upright. They don't get tangled up. They're spaced properly apart. And we make many sizes. We make them for inshore, freshwater, and offshore. On our website, we display the most popular units that we sell, and people seem to love them very well. It's probably the most simplest unit you could buy that you'll have no problem with.
Now, you mentioned the website. What is the website?
The website is rodsteward.net. So I guess you would say www.rodsteward.net, and you can see the units that we have on display. And plus, we do custom units. You know, there are other units we don't display on the website, but we get many calls in for building custom units for people that have their own little tackle rooms in their house that they want a large unit to house these offshore rod and reels. So we do custom orders for individuals. We can, if they can drum it up, if they can dream it up, the size, the dimensions, we can build it.
I like that. That's great. If we have the imagination, you can make it come to life.
Exactly. We can put it together for you and make you a very happy fella or female. Make you a very happy fisherman altogether.
Tell me a little bit about, can you give me any information about what's going on with regard to fishing up there right now?
Well, no, I can't because we're busy making these units, but the stripers are hitting in these fresh waters. I got people that do fish up here and people on the coast, and they're running down in the coast out of Wild Dunes in Charleston, and the reds are really hitting pretty good. They hit them on the poppers and with mullet and what they call mud minnows. They do very well. I got a good friend down there, Reed Simmons in Charleston. He's one of the best. He's a Charlestonian born and bred, so he knows where the fish are. I like fishing with Reed when he takes me out. He can tell me what's on the line before you even get it to the boat. It's unbelievable.
Wow. We have one of the media partners. He goes by the name of the Crappie Psychic. Are you familiar with who I'm talking about?
I've heard of that fella. Yes, I have.
He got that name because it was like being a psychic. He could find the fish regardless of where they were.
He's a regular fish whisperer. It's unbelievable how good those fellows are. They just know what they love, and that's kind of what we do at Rod Stewart. We love what we do. We love what we build, and we have fun doing it. And check us out.
So tell them one more time where they can find you guys.
They can find us at www.rodsteward.net. And we can ship around the world.
And do you have a phone number they can reach you at?
Yes, sir, we do. That number would be 864-915-4077. And by calling that number, you'll be reaching me, Michael Manus. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to call. We'll answer them.
And you're located in which, South Carolina, was it?
Yes, sir. Greenville, South Carolina. That's northwest South Carolina.
Well, Mike, I want to thank you for taking the time to call in and share with us. Mike makes a product called the Rod Steward, Steward. You can find him online, www.Rod Steward or Rod Steward?
Just Rod Steward, yeah.
So it's www.rodsteward.net.
That's correct.
Mike, thank you. Wish you a wonderful day. I am looking forward to hearing from you again. We will be doing this every week. So you'll be hearing from me as this week goes on. I'll contact you again and see what we can do about having you back on and giving us some fishing reports and continuing to tell us about what is new and great with your product.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you, Mike. God bless. I wish you a wonderful day.
Thank you, Mike.
God bless you. Bye-bye.
See you later. Well, that was Mike Manus with the Rod Stewart. And we have on the line now, we have Frank Danysh. And Frank Danysh is with a company called Adopt-A-Cop. Frank, good morning and welcome to the Fish Florida Show with Rascala and Devin.
Hey, good morning, guys. How are you?
Morning, Frank. Haven't seen you in a while. How's things been?
Well, brother, I've been on the road. I don't know if you've been following us on Facebook, but we are right currently in Texas. We're about maybe 2 hours outside of Dallas-Fort Worth, and tomorrow we'll be in Arkansas for a parade in Hot Springs, Arkansas. So really having a good time meeting with children, fishermen, and real Americans, REEL Americans across the country. We had a great video yesterday with some boys with a basketball. I don't know if you guys saw it on Facebook, but let me give you guys some information about our program. My name is Sergeant Frank. Go ahead.
Sorry, Frank. Tell us where they can find you. Tell us your, give us the website,
right.
Give us the Facebook.
Okay, you got our Facebook page is Adopt-A-Cop USA. Don't forget the USA. There's another Adopt-A-Cop prayer group, which is really awesome. But our program is called Adopt-A-Cop USA, and on the internet it's adoptacopusa.org. And our store to sign up for membership and buy merchandise is AAC, Alpha Alpha Charlie, USA. So it's AACUSA.store. And that's where you can get on our program to find our memberships, buy merchandise for Christmas for your friends and family, and check out some of the cool stuff on our blog on the adoptacopusa.org site.
They can also find you on the Fish Florida mobile app too, am I correct?
Exactly right. And there we're on all different of the different, I guess you could say, channels. We're on the hunting, we're on the fishing, we're on the shopping, and we're on the information. So you can find us anywhere you want to on the Fish Florida app, which is an amazing app. A lot of our fishermen are getting involved with it and utilizing it to find the fish, find the weather, and to find the vendors to get the equipment that they need to get out there and fish and catch the big ones, just like we did with Wanda Stewart down in Louisiana.
Frank, so tell us a little bit more about Adopt-A-Cop USA. Where did it start? What do you guys do? What is it all about?
Well, after being a police officer for 25 years, I saw the need for information and mentorship with our children at all different ages. So about 2 years ago, I got with a community person named Tiffany Arthur, and she was big in Broward, helping out the community. And we founded Adopt-A-Cop USA about 2 years ago. We're official 501c3, so that all your contributions and your purchases are tax deductible. And what we do is we go into schools, we go to elementary schools, and we go to preschools, and we mentor children with police officers all across this country. So we're in Florida, we're in Louisiana, Texas.
And basically the way we do that is I'm sorry, go ahead, guys.
I'm sorry, great foundation, Adopt a Cop USA. Get these youths while they're young and get them into something that's fruitful for them. Give them something to do. Teach them some skills, ways to just not be out there running around and getting into trouble.
Well, the great thing is we give them the information, because when the police officers come in, the deputies come in and they read with children, the children get to understand who the police officers, who the person is behind the badge. And the great thing about the law enforcement officers, they get to understand who the youth are in front of the badge. So it's a twofold situation here. And our children are learning about the police officers and the deputies, and the vice versa is working as well, which is really great, because if we don't bridge the gap between the community and law enforcement, we're never going to put the United back in the United States here in our country.
I think that the family is really the integral part of our country. And we have been, with regard to the family itself, it has been under attack for some time. And when someone can step in that can help those relationships, particularly between law enforcement and the residences of the area, because in my personal opinion, relations between law enforcement and civilians is at an all-time friction high. There seems to be a lot of friction between what's going on with regard to law enforcement individuals and the way they're carrying out their responsibilities. Some of it is justified, most of it is not. And when we have someone like Frank, who comes along with Adopt a Cop, I've been talking to so many captains. I got captain of them. Are you a captain, Frank?
That's okay.
Are you a captain in the police force?
No, not yet. But most people just call me Sergeant Frank. But you're 100% right. And that's the great thing about our program, was we include the parents, and we take the parents out fishing as well with the children. Devin knows we took out 14 veterans the other day on November 4th to honor our servicemen.
Thank you.
We had guys all the way back to Korea. And then we also took out about 8 kids and their parents out fishing. And I had 4 police officers, some that were involved in shootings in the community as well, and survivors of situations. And I tell you what, that's when you bridge everybody together, and companies like yours, your radio show, Devin and his group, when we did the fishing tournament with Devin, the companies involved with this, they understand that. They understand that this is not just profit, this is passion. And if we're going to make our country great again, we have to involve our community, our parents, our business owners like you guys, X Generation Rods, all those companies. If they're not involved in our community, we're never going to win against the misinformation out there in our community. And thank you so much for having me on the show today and letting us tell you the truth about law enforcement, because you don't hear about this in the news yesterday. 1 million police officers yesterday did the right thing. And yes, you're right. There's a few people, just like in every profession, could be a realtor, could be a doctor, could be a lawyer, that's not doing the right thing. But if you're a police officer and you make a mistake, trying to make a split-second decision at 2:00 in the morning, you get crucified on Good Morning America. It's a lot easier to sit in an armchair and criticize somebody. Just like the military, we make a split-second decision, and we pay the cost because that's what we do. But it's a lot harder to do that in real life than it is in an armchair on Monday morning.
Yep, that's true. Well, Frank, I want to thank you for taking the time and sharing with us. And again, you're another one I would like to hear from on a regular basis to let people know what's available out there. And I have a passion for what you do, because it is all about rebuilding our society. And if we're going to make America again, society is a vital part of that. So thank you for what you do. I'm up against a hard break. Real quickly, if someone wants to reach you, phone number?
Website?
Okay, my phone number directly, my direct phone number is 561-523-2110. 561-523-2110, and our website is adoptacopusa.org, which will also get you to our store, which is aacusa.store. And I'm available to come anywhere in the country. Actually, we're in Dallas, right? We're going our way to Dallas. We're going to be meeting with some SWAT people here that were involved in the shooting situation here in Dallas, which is amazing. And we're going to have that story coming up pretty soon. We're hoping to do an interview with him to release on Facebook with you guys. So Looking forward to doing more work with you guys.
I appreciate it,
it,
and I wish you well. Safe travels, Frank.
Sir.
I am up against a hard break. We got to take this break.
All right.
You're listening to the Fish
Absolutely,
Florida Show
sir.
with Riscala and Devin. Don't go away. We will be right back.
When you need a reliable source for your toner, where do you turn? Laser Technologies International Incorporated, your source for quality laser printer, copier and fax toner. We supply a frustration-free cartridge guaranteed not to harm your printer. Delivering 100% of the quality at a fraction of the price. We have products for most major brands. Find us on the web at www.laser-technologies.com. Email us at service@laser-technologies.com. Call us at 561-792-9600. That's 561-792-9600. Laser Technologies, 561-792-9600. Providing excellent customer service since 1995.
When selling your luxury home, you need someone who understands your expectations. Someone familiar with the industry, who can sell your home faster and get you the best price. Someone who can provide you with a full-service brokerage firm. That someone is Devin Canhigh with Exit Realty. Devin is a veteran who has grown up in South Florida and spent his life in Palm Beach County. With Devin's marketing strategy and his network of contacts, you will be pleased at how quickly, smoothly, and easily your home can be sold. Not sure what your home should sell for? With Devin on your side, you will receive a free evaluation. Call Devin today at 561-281-9138. He's ready to serve your needs and expectations. That's 561-281-9138. Devin Canhigh with Exit Realty, 561-281-9138.
You're listening to WDBFradio.com, a tune-in station.
I grab my fishing pole and cast it in the water. I fish until dawn. Oh my, I caught a shark. I'm fishing and blowing on when the sun shines all day. They call me a grouper. So I'm fishing and blowing on. Oh yeah, fishing and blowing on. Oh yeah, I'm fishing and blowing on. Oh yeah.
This is Fish Florida with your hosts Riscala Stevens and Devin Canhigh.
Okay, we are back. Thank you for taking the time to share with us this morning as we provide for you a wide variety of information to help you enjoy your outdoor experience. As Devin says, which I like so much, bringing the outdoors to you. And of course, it is the Fish Florida Show with Riscala and Devin. And our next guest will be Wanda, and she should be calling in shortly. Wanda has all of these people that we introduced to you this morning. They all fit a particular piece in this big puzzle that we call life. And if you're someone who enjoys the outdoors, we had an individual on just a few minutes ago. I can't recall who it was. Captain Butch, I think it was, who will take you to extreme fishing. And if you don't want to go fishing, you want to go gator hunting, and you've got a tag for a gator, guess what? This guy will take you gator hunting. So we have provided this morning a wide variety of information from primarily around fishing, but a little bit about hunting as well, and a wide variety of people to provide those services and those products for you. So the next person up is going to be Wanda Stewart, and I believe Wanda is on the line now. Wanda, good morning and welcome to the Fish Florida Show with Riscala and Devin.
Good morning. How are you doing?
We are up and awake and out of bed, brushed teeth, brushed hair, and we are ready to go.
Okay, are you ready to go fishing?
We're ready to go fishing. Are you fishing this morning?
Well, actually, we're getting ready to get on the boat as soon as I get off of the station.
Well, we're going to ask you to spend a couple of minutes with us and tell us a little bit about what you do.
Okay, well, I do promotional advertising with charter guides, bait, marina, tackle, etc. I work with numerous organizations to get our kids out to fish. I advocate for women to get more of our women involved into the fishing sport these days, which there are tons of activities out there now for them, organizations that will, basically back them, sponsor them. They just don't know how to navigate through the system, and I'll assist them in that as well.
Wanda, tell them where they can find you.
They can find me on Facebook under Rod and Reel Girl, Wanda Stewart. My website is also rodandreelgirl.net. I'm based in Louisiana.
That's awesome. Awesome thing you're doing. That's RODANDREEL.net?
Yes.
That's good to hear. Good to hear.
We also host numerous people from different states. I also promote charter guides all over the United States. I have one in Roatan. I have Matt Price that I promote. He actually had set a world record for the Billfish Slam. And he's come from Australia to fish with me several times. I'll also be doing the ICAST tournament this year, which I'm going to be getting more ladies involved in. I fished it last year, and I was very disappointed to see only a few female anglers, and I intend to change that for 2018.
It's good to hear. Wanda, tell us, how did this all start? How did you come up with the idea?
Well, I came up with it because I got interested in, got hired by someone to work on their website. It was actually the first hunting and fishing website on the Internet, and I was able to implement a lot of things into the website that they hadn't been able to do. And Facebook, social media is one of them. We got a lot of our charter guides that have fished all of their lives and knew nothing about social media. And that is just a big no-no in the business industry today, because that's just leaving a lot of money on the table for someone else to come along and pick up that is versed in social media. And that is another one. I do a lot of media consultations with a lot of my charter guides, and I teach them how to navigate through the social media system as well.
A lot of these older charter guys, all they know how to do is go out there and fish and catch fish, what they're good at.
They go fish, and they tell me all the time. I say, well, look, if you just, tag me in your fishing report, and I'll put it up on the numerous websites and Facebook pages that I deal with. And I hear a lot of, Miss Wanda, I don't know how to tag. So I've taught a lot of charter guides how to navigate through social media, how to do YouTube videos. I also fish with these charter guides. I get on the boat with them. I fish with them. I do the pictures. I do the video. I edit everything. I put it all together for them. And so it can be put up on Google+, Facebook, Instagram, and you name it. All the social media contacts that they need, I put them in contact with. And in the industry today, everybody is so visual. They want to be able to click on a picture, and they want to be able to get that right then and there. They don't want to read about it. They don't want to go to some page and look through it. They want it right then and there. And that's one of the things that I also do, is make it accessible, readily accessible to all the charter guides when they need something. And if they need to get a new boat, they need to buy things for their boat, I have contacts all over the United States where they can get product services from.
That's awesome. Sounds like you guys are doing a great thing, and hopefully, maybe we can compete against each other soon down here. I don't care if it's male or female. I just love to compete in fishing.
Well, that would be awesome, because I'll be in Florida, of course, for ICAST, and I'm hoping to get there a little bit early to get on a few charters with some of the charter guides I'll be promoting next year.
So ICAST, everybody, that's our big convention down here in South Florida. Everything brand new to fishing. I attend it every year. And Wanda, yep, give me a like on Facebook. Devin Canhigh, you'll see my picture. I'm in a bright orange shirt. And I will see you at ICAST this year.
Well, that would be awesome. Maybe you could be one of our media partners on the boat and fish with us.
Absolutely. I will, we'll plan it accordingly, and I will load the gear up.
That would be awesome. I really am looking forward to it.
Gee, I'm feeling like chopped liver over here.
Well, of course, you're invited to fish with us as well. And y'all always have an open invite to come fish with us here in Louisiana. And the way I handle a lot of the charter guides, when someone comes to fish in Louisiana, if they fish with my charter guide, which I don't want to take any money away from my charter guides, they also get to fish with me and Joe, my fiance, which they love, because we live on the water and they see a lot of what we do off the back dock, the sunset, sunrises, the fish we bring in. That's how we live, you know. It's nothing fake about it. That's just the way we live. Fishing is my life.
Absolutely. And Wanda, glad to hear. And how did you guys hold up with all those storms that came your way this year from the hurricane season? I see Louisiana didn't really take the brunt of much.
Well, we didn't get much of it this past year. We did get some high water. We had to move everything from downstairs. You know, of course, the motor home. Joe has a bike and things like that. We're 14 foot off the ground. But, you know, we did get some high waters. That was basically about it this past year, some flooding.
Well, glad to hear you guys held up well, and we will see you at ICAST this year. Give us a fishing report. How's it going in Louisiana? What's the bite looking like? What's the fishing going on over there?
Well, right now, what we're having is we've got the trout that's moving in. It's a little slow, but it's picking up, and we're going to have the bigger trout. As a matter of fact, yesterday we went scouting around in what we call our backyard, Lake Catherine, Wrigley's area. And we find some good spots sometimes, and then some days it's slow. But we're going back out today, hoping to get on a nice bite.
Awesome. Do you guys do any saltwater fishing out there also in the Gulf?
Well, it's brackish. Well, yeah, we do. I do offshore fishing with the charter guides. And this past year we went offshore with Delta Blue sport fishing, and for snapper. And I probably pulled in the biggest snapper I ever caught in my life, and it's on my Facebook page.
No,
and
very
we
nice.
we have an awesome time. I caught my first amberjack with Naughty or Not charters out of Grand Isle, and it just really. And we just did a huge trip on the Chandelier, which is a jack-up rig. That's a floating lodge. Great, awesome facility, and it holds 22 people. We went fishing out there. They have fishing, they have kayaking, and everything's based right there in the middle of the water. You have to have a boat or a seaplane to get to it. But it is an awesome adventure, and that was one thing I really enjoyed. And I caught my biggest redfish, 40 inches. But this is an awesome facility for anybody that's looking for an adventure on the water.
Absolutely, and maybe we can get them to call in with us next week and give us a report.
Oh, they would love to. And I have several radio stations over here that's interested in networking. We have Paradise, Louisiana. That's a TV show that does hunting and fishing. They've been around for quite some time. And I do shows with them. Texas Sportsman out of Texas. I do shows and magazine articles with them as well. And I would love to get them on board with your program.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that, Wanda. Would it be fair to say that you create unforgettable memories with what it is that you do through the video and the pictures and so forth?
Well, I hate to put myself out there, but yes, that's exactly what I do. I mean, these are awesome memories, and sometimes it's a once-in-a-lifetime thing, and it's something that you'll always remember, adult or child. You know, you'll never forget it. I mean, I've got so many fishing memories from the past 2 years. It's just unbelievable. And the adventures, and we travel. We don't just stay in Louisiana. We fish in Colorado. We did a show in New York, you know, first time I ever caught a salmon, you know, a king salmon. And that was just, it was unforgettable. And I loved it. And we're going to Roatan in January. We'll be fishing with Jackson Marine Adventures over there. And we fished with them this will be our third year in a row, and I'll promote him as well.
So, Wanda, how does somebody reach you? What's the best way for someone to reach you?
The best way for someone to reach me right now is on Facebook. It's real simple. It's Wanda Stewart. Everything's right there. The click of a button. And
Stewart is Stewart.
That's correct.
Okay, so it's Wanda Stewart on Facebook. You can find her there. She has the ability to create for you an unforgettable memory. I wish I had someone like you when I was on the fishing trip of my life. I had a 24-foot wellcraft at the time. We had put out of Isla Mirada. We're just east of the Alligator Lighthouse down in Isla Mirada. And we had stumbled upon a huge tree that was floating upside down in the water. And we caught, in the span of about an hour, 65 dolphin. And the smallest one was 13 pounds. The biggest one was a little over 22 pounds.
Oh, my God. I would have been in heaven. That would have been so awesome.
I didn't have someone like you there with me, and I wish that I did, but I will tell you that this was many, many years ago, and it was such a memorable thing. I still remember it like yesterday. I still remember as we were pulling the plastic, trying to get something to hit, nothing going on, and I saw some warbirds off in the distance diving, and I said, pull the lines up. When we ran up there, the dolphin, and it was like something out of a dream. And had I had someone like you there with me, I could relive it moment by moment, instant by instant, because I could see it visually in front of me. You're very right. People are visual. They want to see something visually. They don't want to read. They want to see a picture and then get the information. Snap, just like that. I thank you so much for taking the time.
It's like window shopping.
Go ahead.
It's like window shopping. You know, they want it right now.
Yeah. I want to thank you for taking the time to call in and giving us a quick
memories
fishing
for
report.
everyone.
I'm sorry. We got a little bit of a delay, Wanda, and I apologize. I'm speaking over you. I wanted to say I want to thank you for taking the time to call in and giving us the fishing report. And I would like to hear from you again if that's possible.
Oh, of course, I would love to.
Great. Wanda, thank you. Wanda Stewart, you can reach her on Facebook. Wanda Stewart on Facebook can create for you an unforgettable memory through her ability to create videos and pictures and train you. She could even train you on how to fish for certain fish. Wanda, thank you. Wish you a wonderful weekend.
Thank you, and you have a good weekend as well.
Thank you so much. There she goes, Wanda Stewart. You can find her on Facebook. And we will be hearing from one or two more actually. I'm looking for Charlie McCollough. Charlie McCollough will be calling in shortly, or actually he may be on the line already. And Charlie's going to tell us a little bit about what he does. It is my intention with this show to provide for you information that is going to help you enjoy your outdoors, like Devin says, which I like so much, bringing the outdoors to you. That's really what we're here for, to bring the outdoors to you, to tell you a little bit about what's going on out there, to get you up off of your duff and get out there in the outdoors and enjoy what we do here in Florida. So much water. We are surrounded by three sides of water. If you're not enjoying the water, you're not doing yourself a service. And so we have Charlie is on the line with us. Charlie, good morning and welcome to the Fish Florida show with Riscala and Devin.
Hey, good morning. How's it going?
We are doing very well, my friend. And I think you are out of the Orlando area. Is that correct?
That's correct. I'm with Coastal Angler Magazine in Orlando.
And you were going to share with us this morning something about some children's tournaments. Is that am I on track there?
Yes, that's correct. We have a kids fishing derby coming up on December 9th. And that's going to be at Boat Tree Marina in Sanford, Florida, right on their docks. In fact, I think this year, well, as all years, the children actually get to fish right from the docks, and no one is allowed to fish there during the year. They have a lot of black crappie there, and, of course, the children are going to be able to enter those into our shad and crappie derby that we run at the Coastal Angler Magazine.
Wow, that's a great thing. So how did this whole tournament start, Charlie? Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, a number of years ago, I created this with Captain Tom Van Horn, and what we figured was a way to have a free fishing tournament in Central Florida so that all the people who fish here can enjoy the resources. And you can't go online and sign up, and you can't go to a captain's meeting and sign up. You physically go to one of our sign-up locations, which are local businesses here throughout Central Florida. And it's a catch, photo, release tournament for two species, black crappie and American shad. And it runs for 4 months, starts November 1st, runs through January 28th. And we have a men's division, ladies division, and junior division. Over $7,500 worth of fishing prizes to be given away. So it's a pretty cool thing. We started 9 years ago, and now we have 1,200 anglers each year trying to catch that big fish.
Wow, that's great.
Wow, so we're hitting a lot of bases here. Where we have the conservation, we're supporting our local tackle stores, and we're giving these kids and parents something to do and something to go out to.
Yep.
So, Charlie, what's the typical cost for this tournament for the adults and for the kids? What does it cost the kids anything, and what does it cost the adults to sign up?
It's a free tournament, my friend. It's a free fishing tournament. And the way I created it, a lot of folks go out fishing for crappie, and they have a great time either drifting with minnows out in the lake, or some folks do trolling with small jigs. But now you have a chance with one fish, take a picture right off your phone. You might get a couple $1,000s worth of prizes if you win with one of those big fish.
Look, wow. And you know better than me, these people these days out now, with the technology we have, you can forget your keys, you can forget your wallet, but you're never going to forget that phone.
Yep. And really, it's simple to sign up for the fishing tournament. If you go to our website, which is coastalanglermag.com, and you look in the Orlando magazine online, you'll find the page for the crappie rally on December 9th. And it talks about our one-day tournament at Boat Tree Marina on December 9th. All they have to do if they want to come and join us, and by the way, we're going to provide lunch for everyone that shows up. All they have to do is call in advance to Boat Tree Marina and pre-register. They'll give you an angler number, and you're in the tournament, okay? You can bring your children in the morning and register at 8 o'clock in the morning. At 12 noon, I'll be weighing fish and giving away prizes in 3 divisions for children. I think we'll have 9 trophies there for the kids.
Wow, that's great. That is phenomenal. Okay, I'm out of time. Unfortunately, Charlie, thank you so much for calling in. I've got to take a break. I'm up against a break right now. I will be looking forward to speaking with you next week. You know we're doing this every weekend, every Sunday, 8 to 10 a.m., and I'll be looking forward to hearing from you again, my friend. Once again, thank you for calling in, and wish you a great weekend. You are listening to the Fish Florida Show with McCollough and Devin. We've got to take a quick break. Please don't go away. We will be right back. Thank you.
Battles aren't won solely on the field. That's a common misconception. Battles are won within, over enemies of fear, enemies of doubt. In that place where promises are kept. Promises to oneself.
This is a physical training event.
Promises to one's community.
Helping people move debris out of their house.
Promises to one's country. In the heart of every Marine, you'll find a promise. A promise forever kept. A promise of battles won.
You've seen how recent hurricanes have devastated whole communities, flooding and destroying homes. Join Habitat for Humanity as we work with families to repair and rebuild. You can help someone desperately in need of a place to call home. We will rebuild, but only with your help. Visit Habitat.org to support Habitat's work.
Hello, I'm Hector Elizondo, and I want to talk to you about getting older. My body hurts, my joints ache, and sometimes I forget. I forget that doing all your own scenes for a movie isn't always the best decision, especially when you're galloping high speed on a horse named Archibello. So yes, my body hurts, but it's not because of my age. It's because I'm living my life.
Don't let life pass you by. Take care of your brain health. It may just help you stay on top of your game.
Oh, Archibello!
Learn more at brainhealth.gov.
Hey y'all, Cedric the Entertainer here with Niecy Nash, taking a break from shooting The Soul Man to introduce you to Patience.
Hi.
Patience is a patient at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital.
Families never receive a bill from St. Jude for anything because all a family should worry about is helping their child live.
St. Jude won't give up until they end childhood cancer, sickle cell, and other deadly diseases.
Because of you, there is St. Jude.
Learn more at stjude.org.
My vehicle was sent 6 feet in the air in a ball of fire. I thought I was going to die.
It ripped my arm off. It broke my right femur.
I took such a hard blow to the head that my retina was torn apart.
Say a
prayer for peace. I'm Trace Atkins. I want to tell you about these true American heroes and how you can show your thanks by helping them through Wounded Warrior Project.
They reached out to us as a family, and they never forgot about us.
The job of helping thousands of our wounded warriors rebuild their lives is massive and growing every day. That's why your gift of just $19 a month is so important. Many of these service members suffer traumatic brain injury and post-traumatic stress disorder.
They helped me basically put my life back together.
If it wasn't for Wounded Warrior Project, I would be a statistic right now. I would have been one of those soldiers who came home and committed suicide.
I'm in the fields of Vietnam, the mountains of Afghanistan. Your gift today of $19 a month can help us provide the programs and services desperately needed by our wounded service members. Call or go online with a pledge and you'll receive this Wounded Warrior Project blanket. Make that call now. Say a prayer for peace.
You're listening to WDBFradio.com, a tune-in station.
I grab my fishing pole and cast it in the water. I fish until dawn. Oh my, I caught a shark. I'm fishing and blowing on when the sun shines all day. They call me a grouper. Stop fishing and blowing on. Oh yeah, fishing and blowing on. Oh yeah, I'm fishing and blowing on. Oh yeah.
This is Fish Florida with your hosts Rascala Stevens and Devin Canine.
Okay, welcome. We are back. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen and join in on the conversation this morning. We have provided, my goodness, lots of people with lots of stuff that you can do here in Florida. And this next guest is going to be kind of a twist. This next guest makes apparel that is all about fishing apparel. It's called Fincognito. And we have on the line with us now the owner of Fincognito. That would be Doug Faude. Doug, welcome and good morning, and welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to be here this morning.
I appreciate you taking the time because I know it's you're like 3 hours behind us, right?
Yeah, I'm Pacific time zone, and it's a little early on a Sunday after a night of gala last night. So it was
night of libations.
Wiping the sleep out of our eyes, you know.
Oh my goodness! So Doug, I announced that the name of the company is Fincognito. Tell us a little bit about that.
Right, it was Fincognito, and I guess you'd say that when you dress like a fish, you catch more fish. So what we've done is actually, I've been in the clothing business now for almost 25 years, I guess, and I had a company that made children's clothing before, and I sold that one and started Fincognito because basically fishing and fly fishing is a passion of mine. And what I did was I also have a passion for artwork, and I really thought that some of the art being done in the fly fishing and fishing genres was pretty interesting to me. And then it all met together with technology as well, and the ability to do dye-sublimated graphics on clothing now has been quite an advancement. So we've combined all three, and what I've done is I've contracted with some of the best artists in the world, like Daniel Lopez, A.D. Maddox, Vaughn Cochran, Ed Anderson, Terry Doty, Al Agnew, just lots of different artists from different parts of the country who paint different types of fish. And then we put their paintings on our performance gear. So the actual painting is sometimes wrapped around. You can see the brush strokes. And so you're wearing what is sometimes a $3,000, $10,000, even $15,000 piece of art that you can wear when you go fishing, and it will show your favorite fish that you catch.
Wow. That is definitely a unique twist on fishing apparel. I like that. It's very interesting.
It's definitely unique. People say that they really get a lot of comments, but it can be a little wild for some, but it's really a nice look.
Wow. I wanted to ask you with regard to your apparel. I imagine that you are able to provide this service for anyone anywhere on the globe. Would that be correct?
Yeah, well, we sell via Fincognito.com on the web, but also we sell through your local fly shops and bait shops and any tackle stores, any place that will have us. And then we also can sell direct to guides and outfitters and people like that, and even do, because it's dye sublimated, you're printing digital graphics, we can quite quickly and easily drop names in on it, for example, the name of a guide or an outfitter shop or something. And that gives you something that's unique and special specifically to you that you can give to clients or that they can sell in their shops. And so we get them either on the web or direct or through the local retailers as well.
Now, you said something about dye sublimation, and I have a little bit of printing background, so I want to kind of go into that for a minute, because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, using this technology versus other technologies such as silk screening, you don't have that initial setup charge. You don't have to pay for the silk screen and all the associated charges that go with it. Is that true? Is that the same with dye sublimation? There is no setup?
Yeah, the setup is basically we have to drop the digital image into the pattern pieces. So, I mean, there's cost for me when I bring a new image on, because well, some of my garments will have 11 or 12 pieces with 5 sizes. Now we're talking about 60 different pieces of fabric that have to have a different image put on it, and they have to line up at the seams and everything. So it gets a little tricky. But to put a shop's name on it is very, very easy and inexpensive compared to screens, because you're not building something.
Right.
So like
that was my point. With
digital.
regard to screening, this is very easy, very quick. You don't have tools that you have to pay for. Very flexible when we're talking about dye sublimation. Let me back up a minute. Very flexible in comparison to if you're going to silk screen. It's a completely different process, and the comparison between the two is night and day. When you're doing dye subs, you can quickly get something put together. That may be an over-exaggeration, but with regard to the two of them, one versus the other, when you're doing a screen, you have to have the screen made. It takes time to burn the screen, and then you have the situation with the screen being used over and over, and then you may have to burn a new screen. With dye sub, you don't have any of that, and it saves you a little bit. And personally, I think the image comes out better.
Oh yes, it's photographic quality. So we are able to, we choose our fabrics and our inks so that you have photographic quality, because we're dealing with very expensive pieces of art here that people have spent a lot of time and effort to make. Mm-hmm. And the transfer is actually done where you print the ink onto paper, and then you put it against the fabric and heat it at about 381 degrees, and the ink becomes, I guess it's easy to say, it's almost like a vapor that permeates the fabric, and then you're left with the transfer image.
Wow.
Doug, I was looking at some of your products here on the Fish Florida mobile app, and it's great. That Dorado hoodie, that thing is exquisite.
Isn't that neat? That's actually a picture from Phil Ford, who's a Floridian, and that's an actual photograph of the side of Dorado.
Wow.
This is an awesome thing. You can find him also on the Fish Florida mobile app, your one-stop shop, and navigation is really easy on the website, and some great products you have there, Doug.
Thank you so much.
All right, Doug, we are up against the break. Sorry, not against the break, but up against the next guest coming on, and I've got to make room for them as we are quickly running out of time for this show today. I hope to hear from you again in a week. I want to thank you for taking the time to share with us what it is that you do, and I wish you a wonderful day, and we'll be looking forward to speaking with you again real soon.
My pleasure. Tight lines to everybody.
Thank you, Doug. That was Doug Faude with Fincognito Fishing Apparel. You can reach him online. You can find him at fincognito.net. Was it net or
you know what's a lot easier? Just download the Fish Florida
There you go.
Fish Florida mobile app.
Download the Fish Florida app, and you can find him on the Fish Florida app very easily by simply pressing a button. Anyway, we are looking for Maria. Maria is the owner of Nautical Jewelry, and hopefully she will be calling in shortly. Nautical jewelry manufacturers, of course, by the name, jewelry that is a fishing background or a something to do with the outdoors and regards to fishing.
Yep. Looks like we have Maria here.
All right, Maria, welcome to the Fish Florida Show with McCollough and Devin. Good morning.
Morning. How are you?
Oh, we are fabulous this morning. We have heard from so many people with so much information, and we're kind of looking forward to hearing from you and what it is that you're going to offer. So tell the people what it is that you do, your services or your products.
What I do is I'm the owner of Nautical Jewelry Originals. We've been around for over 40 years. We manufacture and hand make our own nautical jewelry. If it swims in the ocean, lives in the ocean, floats on the ocean, or on the beach, we make it. We have all our own molds and waxes, and it's made from solid 14 karat gold, 18 karat gold, platinum, or silver.
Wow. And you said something that caught my ear. 40 years?
40 years, that's correct. The company was started by Captain Marty Maylock, who is, I don't know if any of you all are divers out there. He is the writer or the author of the book, Diving to a Flash of Gold. He's one of the original treasure hunters in South Florida. His book displays all the maps of different treasures and shipwrecks that he found. Having said that, some of the coins that we have on our website are actually handpicked from wrecks by he himself, Captain Marty Maylock. And then we do bezels, custom bezels, or bezels that we have molds for, existing molds for.
Wow.
Maria, I'm looking at some of your product here on the Fish Florida mobile app. You guys do everything from pendants and necklaces to bracelets to earrings to rings. Do you guys do anything else? Anything anybody can come up with as of jewelry wise for fishing?
We do pendants, we do anklets, we do every type of fish there is. If you catch it, we can make it, or we have the mold for it already. We do free engraving. We do custom bezels for coins, like I said. We also have access to Rolex watches with the authentic Rolex watches through one of our sub-vendors. So pretty much anything in the jewelry industry related to the nautical theme, we can make for you, or we have in stock.
That's a great thing you guys do, Maria. So it's a great time of year. You can check her out on the Fish Florida mobile app. The jewelry, it's a great present for the holiday seasons for your fishermen or fisherwomen.
Yeah, you've got someone out there that enjoys going out there and fishing with you, and that is your mate. Then that would be a great present for, they keep you out of the doghouse, that's for sure.
Maria, tell us one more time where they can find you.
They can find me online at www.nauticaljewelry.net, and of course on the Fish Florida application as well.
All right, Maria, thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you for having me. Have a great day.
We wish you a great weekend, Maria, and hope to hear from you again soon.
Okay, you will. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You are listening to the Fish Florida Show with Devin and McCollough. This is our pilot show this morning. We hope it is our intention that we hope that you have enjoyed what you've heard this morning, that we have provided you with information that will help you enjoy the outdoors, whether you're out there fishing, boating, skiing, whatever that might be, hunting. The information that we provide for you, you can use, and in using that information, help that outdoor enjoyment. Have that enjoyment. That's what we're here for. We're here to enjoy that stuff that goes on out there, and especially in the blue.
Absolutely, guys, and we'll see you next week.